Arjun, there's so much to talk about in this space. You've got Tesla, you've got Apple. I'd love to hear your take on what's happening with Apple now, because it's raised a few eyebrows over the last month, retesting lows it hasn't seen for quite some time. And I think one of the big questions is whether this is Apple-specific, tech-specific, or a sign of what's to come for broader markets.
Yeah, there's so many things to unpack here. Where do I start? Firstly, look, nothing's really changed in terms of the outlook towards growth stocks. You've still got interest rates on the rise. There's still that concern. I think with Apple specifically, there's a number of issues. Firstly, investors now have an eye towards the December quarter results, which are likely to be released later this month. And the December quarter was pretty bad for Apple because of supply chain disruptions. And a lot of this is about China. We saw a COVID outbreak at their main, world's largest iPhone factory in Zhengzhou in October. We saw restrictions there, which hampered production. Then there were worker protests as a result of a pay dispute. Lots of workers walking out, and still not yet has that factory fully come back to 100% production. It's close, according to a Reuters report earlier this week, but it's not 100% yet. So that has had a huge impact. Analysts estimate somewhere in the region of $5 to $8 billion of revenue shortfall in the quarter. And the consensus is that actually Apple's now going to see a decline in revenue for the December quarter. If you look back in October, those estimates were really for a big jump in that crucial holiday quarter. So that's one issue here. Then, of course, you've got the China reopening story. Zero COVID now to full-blown sort of COVID spreading across the country. That, of course, is going to have a big impact on consumer sentiment and on spending as well. So that's one of the big issues. And I think more broadly, as we look globally, we talk about recession, we talk about some of the impact on consumer. You've seen warnings from suppliers around weaker demand for consumer electronics, and that again could filter through to things like iPhones as well. So lots of different issues going on for Apple here, lots of different areas where the company could see at least a short-term impact through the first half of 2023.